Hello and welcome to another episode of Talking Politics here at The Hindu with me, Nistula Hebbar, where we unpack the news making the headlines in domestic politics. Last week, results for the assembly elections held in three northeastern states, that is Tripura, Meghalaya, and Nagaland, were declared and were a matter of great cheer for the BJP because it repeated its government in Tripura. The alliance that it was part of in Nagaland won handsomely and returned to power, and its former ally in Meghalaya, with whom they had a parting of ways before the elections, has won only just enough seats to require the help of the BJP to run the government. So basically, these are NDA governments in all three states. BJP is extremely happy, as was reflected by Prime Minister Narendra Modi's speech to BJP party workers after those results were announced. Now, there are many analytical pieces that have come out on the results, including by me, and the results have been exhaustively scanned. Therefore, I will not be looking at those again. We will instead turn to the events from Sunday when former Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, Manish Sisodia, was arrested by the Central Bureau of Investigation in the Delhi excise policy case. This was a big arrest. Although several people have been arrested in the past, this was the biggest arrest in that case because not only was Manish Sisodia one of the former founding members of the Aam Aadmi Party, he is also considered to be a close confidant of Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, and has been more or less doing all the grunt work in terms of running the government in Delhi. Now, we have discussed in detail in a previous episode of Talking Politics what this Delhi excise policy case was all about. So I will be I'll try and include the link of that in the show notes for this episode. You can go back and have a look at it. What it basically alleges is that the Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi made changes in the excise policies of the National Capital Region to benefit certain liquor distributors in return for a financial consideration. The Aam Aadmi Party, on its part, was quick to respond to the arrest, alleging that the BJP-led central government, unable to best the Aam Aadmi Party on the political turf, especially in Delhi, was using government agencies to harass opponents. Following the arrest, Mr. Sisodia and Mr. Satyendra Jain, former Health Minister of Delhi, who had been arrested a few months back in a money laundering case, both put in their papers and will be replaced by MLAs Saurabh Bharadwaj and Atishi Marlena. So what happened in the aftermath of this arrest? I'm basically not looking at the technicalities of the case because it is still being investigated and will be coming up before courts. I'm looking at the political fallout of this arrest and what it says about the politics that is happening, especially in North India and especially with regard to the states of Delhi and Punjab. Let me first, before going to what the BJP has to say about this, what has been their really very sharp response to the Aam Aadmi Party every time. Let me just look at the Congress, because the Congress was the party that actually Aam Aadmi Party displaced both in Delhi and in Punjab. Everybody says that wherever the Aam Aadmi Party enters, and if Congress is in a little weaker position, it eats into the Congress votes or it splits the Congress votes. And that is exactly what happened in Punjab, where they got the Congress vote en masse, and in Gujarat, where they cut into significantly into the Congress party's votes. So therefore, in such a scenario, it's very natural that there was an ambivalence in the Congress with regard to the Aam Aadmi Party and the arrest of Manish Sisodia. While in Delhi and in the Punjab units of the Congress, there was a general welcome when the news of the arrest of Mr. Sisodia broke. The top brass of the party, that is the national or the central leadership of the party, was muted and noticeably silent, actually. Now, this contrasted with the statements of other opposition parties like the Trinamool Congress, the Bharat Rashtra Samiti, and the Samajwadi Party, who condemned the arrest in unequivocal terms because they felt that this was a very strong central government using the enforcement agencies to harass political opponents. Quite clearly, the competition between the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party in these two states had overcome any common cause that the Congress would have over a narrative of a powerful central government using enforcement agencies to fight political battles. So they basically veered away from a larger opposition narrative on this issue. Now, again, quite apart from the specifics of this case, Manish Sisodia's arrest and that of Satyendra Jain's on money laundering charges actually is only a couple of the many flashpoints between the BJP and the AAP. Now, while Congress has been critical of the Aam Aadmi Party, and in fact, it was the Congress party which raised the first alarm over the excise policy. But it has been the BJP which has been very, very sharp in terms of taking the battle to the Aam Aadmi Party, and the central government has not spared any blushes in terms of going ahead and arresting ministers in Arvind Kejriwal government. So let me just go through some of these flashpoints that have happened between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. This is not your regular situation of political rivalry playing out on the electoral field. This is issues with regard to running of the assembly, the role of the governor, the role of the lieutenant governor. Everything has become a very contested sort of issue where nobody is allowed to rest quietly on the numbers that they have got in assembly elections. Now, let's go to Punjab, the one big state where the Aam Aadmi Party has a government. Now, Punjab Governor Banwari Lal Purohit has been on a coalition course with the Bhagwant Mann-led government in the state. The governor recently refused permission to the ruling party to convene a session of the budget session in the state assembly as he felt aggrieved over reportedly derogatory tweets on him by Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann. Now, the growth of the Waris Punjab De organization and its leader Amritpal Singh, with a lot of rhetoric, pro-Khalistani rhetoric coming out, and the recent attack by Amritpal Singh's followers on the Ajnala police station after the arrest of one of his acolytes raised a hue and cry, and the BJP as well as the Congress decried the failure of the state government to control law and order in that state. It brings back memories of militancy in Punjab in the 1980s and the early 1990s, Operation Blue Star and its aftermath. They have been powerfully invoked to raise questions on the state government's ability to handle law and order. While the BJP is not in power in the state and is a minor political force there, the demonstration of an Aam Aadmi Party government being unable to control law and order in a state where it controls the police force. Please remember, the Aam Aadmi Party, when it was only in government in Delhi, kept saying that there were a lot of things that they could demonstrate in terms of their governance model, but they couldn't because Delhi is a very special state. It's the national capital region with law and order and land being under the central government, not with the state government. And then they got elected in Punjab, which is a full-fledged state where these departments do come under the charge of the state government. So the BJP has been saying that despite the fact that now the Aam Aadmi Party controls the police in Punjab, they have been unable to control law and order, and it has been used to puncture this development-oriented appeal of the Aam Aadmi Party, or whatever political appeal of the Aam Aadmi Party once it ventures out of these states and wants to expand politically further. Then you have the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi and versus Arvind Kejriwal. Now you have the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, Vinay Saxena, He has also been at loggerheads with Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, not only on the issue of the excise policy, where he compelled the state government to reverse their policy, but also when it came to electing the mayor, deputy mayor, and the standing committee for the Municipal Corporation of Delhi. Now, the moment the elections got over for the Municipal Corporation of Delhi, with the Aam Aadmi Party getting a majority, Mr. Saxena nominated 10 aldermen to the MCD House. Now, according to the Delhi Municipal Corporation Act of 1957, the Lieutenant Governor of the National Capital Territory of Delhi may nominate 10 individuals who are above the age of 25 to the corporation. It is expected that these individuals have specialized expertise or experience in municipal administration. The alderman cannot, however, cast ballots in the mayoral elections. So basically, you have the constitution of the MCD House, where councillors who've been elected from various wards get together, and then the first order of business is always the election of a mayor from among them. The aldermen cannot vote in this election. So, as ward committee members, however, aldermen have the power to cast ballots to choose one representative for each of the 12 MCD zones to serve on a standing committee. Now, the ARC, which had 134 members due to its victory in the December MCD polls, objected to these nominations. This matter was taken to the Supreme Court as the BJP wanted elections to the post of mayor, deputy mayor, and members of the standing committee to be done in one go, and argued that nominated members can vote in the first poll after the House convenes, but not later. But the Supreme Court rejected this view and decreed that the aldermen had no voting rights in the mayoral poll. So, why has all this happened? Why is all this really strong sort of course of action being taken both by the Aam Aadmi Party and agents of the central government like governors, etc., and the BJP also politically going hammer and tongs at the Aam Aadmi Party? It can't just be the rivalry with regard to Delhi or Punjab. Well, the Aam Aadmi Party has, in the last few years, expanded beyond Delhi to win Punjab. It made a dent to the Congress's prospects in Gujarat, and they have some sort of a presence in Goa. Now, Mr. Sisodia is a very trusted lieutenant of Arvind Kejriwal, and it's bound to affect the balance of power within the Aam Aadmi Party and its ability to strike out from its basis of support to expand in new areas. Now, the allegations of corruption against ministers of a party that came to power on an anti-corruption plank is also significant. One thing is clear, that the battle between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party as a political affair is not likely to end soon, even if the cases get resolved. So, you have a lot of cases that are going on, arrests, etc., and a collision course between chief ministers and the constitution body occupiers like the governor, the Raj Bhavans of Delhi and of Punjab. It clearly shows that this is not just a legal issue, it is a political issue. Going forward, it's going to have a lot more expansion that will be coming its way. This is all I have for you this week. Thank you for watching.